Hi everyone. This video is primarily to give a small walkthrough for a customer who came to me with a really cool layout diagram and wanted some maybe minor guidance with the bus layout. So I put something together, recommended what would be best, and told him I'd do a little walkthrough or a little photo guide or something before I send him his materials. I also am going to extol this type of bus architecture that I've been trying to push people towards. And this layout's really a good example of that. So I want to show you the layout, which is really cool. I think this was hand-drawn, maybe? I'm not sure, but I think this may have been done with the Kato stencil set. But anyway, really, really nice layout. So this individual wanted to run this layout in a self-contained fashion. Or take the pieces to a show. So this needs to be all wired to, the modules need to be wired for, T-TRAK standard. But he also wanted a bus that would support it in this config as well. And told him I'd help him with that. So it's just a standard module set. Two singles, double, another single and triple, and 4 corners, 2 junctions. Bridge in the middle, probably one of the Red Rivers bridges, I would guess. But anyway, a double-sized bridge. And then 2, I'll call these minimal singles. They have just barely have the offset. They're still a standard module because of, they match the standard, but they're very minimal. So there's 3 outlets here, and there's 3 outlets here, and there's an outlet on each one of these, which is, what I have depicted here. The interesting thing is that the bridge contains a crossover. And the customer wants to run all of his inside line, yellow line, in one electrical assembly and being able to change crossovers so he can change where he's running on the loop. So that means that this section here needs to have matching polarities so you can operate the crossover. So, and to have matching polarities here, what that means is that one of these loops, I'm picking this side, doesn't matter which, but let's say this side, needs to be reversed. So this is standard T-TRAK polarity, and this needs to be reversed. Now the modules need to be wired to standard, right? So we can take them to shows and use them as usual. But we need in this configuration, this side of the layout, the inner line, needs to be reversed so that all of this will work. So I want to show what that would look like with this bus style and talk about a little bit about this style versus really the one I hear the most argument with is the Terry's old style, the red and yellow bundle bus. So, all right, so pigtail leader from the power supply. Here are all the outlets for the modules. And you have your red and yellow. With this style bus, you could just run one pair too. So this could all be connected in a string with one pair if you chose, and if you're running DCC. The polarity reversal would still be the same thing though. All right, so the red, first of all, the red is just standard polarity, and these are all connected in standard polarity, and there's a lot of feeders there for red. Too many, actually. Yellow is the interesting part. So the yellow is normal polarity here. You can tell from the colors on the jacket that's coming from the power supply, this remains normal polarity. When you reach here, this feeder has been flipped. It's been flipped end to end. And they'll still connect end to end, and you'll see that the colors are reversed. It shows on the connectors. This section is reversed polarity. If you go back to the next section here, this section again has been reversed again. So this is standard polarity. And then this final section here has been reversed again and is reverse polarity. So standard, reverse, standard, reverse. So this customer would need to take the 2 standard feeders and feed these 3 outlets over here on this side. And the customer needs to take the reversed feeders and feed the red on these and the red on this one and the yellow along here. So the red on these small pieces is actually the other yellow. And that's something I also talk about too, is that red on the track is great, red and yellow for the track. People use that because it's sold in track. It works fine, that's fine. But red and yellow on the track does not equal red and yellow electrically, and people make that mistake. That's not always true. So this is red and yellow, but this is actually yellow and reverse polarity. Yellow is what this electrically is going to turn into. I'm getting off track here. So reverse yellow on this side, regular yellow on this side, regular red all the way around. Now you could do this with the red and yellow bundle bus, the 10-foot sections like Terry used to sell. There are some people that really extol this fashion. I know a lot of regional and national shows are set up this way. That's okay. For simple electrical setups, that works. And this is actually electrically compatible with that because you got red and yellow. You could just take these two and plug these into a 10-foot section. They would plug in. But this is a lot more flexible with regards to feeders. Don't have to have any adapter pieces. And the other thing about this, it works really well for this layout because this all needs to reside under the layout. There's no room for, not really any room for bus to lay. So that red and yellow bundle bus with the splices, it ends up being pretty big, round, and thick. It has to be under the modules. So this lays a little flatter under the modules. And the red and yellow bus, to do this layout with the red and yellow, you would need to come in with a 10-foot section. That all needs to be contained under the layout. You would need a gender adapter to flip the yellow, which is doable. You can flip the yellow and run another 10-foot section with the reversed yellow on that side. That would work. But now you have 20 foot of bundled red and yellow in the corrugated material, locking latches, all that stuff. All that stuff has to somehow be under the modules here. It's really bulky. It's more than you need. It's just excess, right? So I think that pretty much covers it. If you have any questions, let me know. Hope you enjoyed.